On the day, obviously, you need your inventory, and if you've done a separate check-in document, and in the case of, for example, you've used a landlord said, I want you to use my inventory, make sure that you certainly it's good practice as a letting agent to use your own or an external check-in document. So at least you've got some document and evidence at the start signed by the tenant on something that you've seen. So particularly around cleanliness items, summaries of condition, that sort of thing. Just because a landlord has put together a basic inventory and they're insisting that you use their inventory because they don't want to pay for another one or whatever the case is, cover yourself and do a check-in. I'd highly recommend that. Whether you do it yourself or whether you use another company, that's your decision. Focus on the cleanliness, damage, missing items, gardens, items left. Now, items left is obviously a key element. People dumping stuff, or the amount of times that we've seen people saying, I've left a couple of bits of furniture there, TV, I thought they might want that, etc., etc. Now, with our company, we call people in advance to talk them through. So we're going to come and do a checkout, and we tell them what to expect. So whatever you do, don't leave anything in there. We're not the next tenants. They really don't want your TV and that sort of thing. Of course, unless you tell us otherwise, because at the end of the day, you've got to get a man in a van to go out and clear it, etc., etc. It delays the whole process of getting somebody in. So you don't want that. Your inventory company or yourself should be calling these guys up and giving them the heads up so that it's prepared as much as possible. Note all changes, even if you're unsure. Even if it's a maintenance item, snagging, this sort of thing. Whoever's going in to do it are the eyes and ears, and that information becomes critical. It's not just about tenant liabilities from a checkout perspective. It's about everything. It's about drawing a lot of information in that will help you with the upkeep and the maintenance properly going forward as well. And then obviously produce a very clear report. Damage and dilapidations report, summary of cleanliness. You need to put in photographs combined with what the issue is. If there's any additional evidence or information that's going to help the property manager make a decision, whoever's doing this checkout needs to provide that. And these are things like, damp, mildew, certainly this time of year is a big problem. And so, if whoever's doing the checkout saying you recommend that we get some expert advice in on this, that sort of stuff, or putting some explanation notes around it to put some clarity around it. Photographs don't always tell everything, so you need to put as much information together as possible. And always use a separate column to clarify them because it's nice and clear then.